Caribbean roadwork in St. Martin. Them they are digging trenches today, throw up smell fresh earth and wet cool sand on dry hot unpaved roadways, machine drilling and picking hand and shoveling like prospectors. Them they are digging, sweat dripping and commingling path of tongues. I say sweat dripping, a commingling path of tongues, leavening into the nation's future, workers becoming all to our nation's human belonging. So tell me now, what you going to do with them so who stay kith and kin, laboring, their children and theirs, our children too, borning here, rearing here, illegal here, naturalizing here, some out of school here when all should be in class. Learning to walk, erect the tracks of Caribbean features without losing and the lose of sight from whence all came and come. Talking all kind of languages, forging all the ores found in one clay breath to fashion stained glass looks like familiar kinte. Beauty and bold like generous you and I, and we are all into this being of a chance to raise a new Jerusalem, this nation in transition.
I believe that Lasana Sekou is a brilliant writer, one who is very dedicated to literature, to promoting literature on the island. And he's also one who is very disciplined, who has been consistent over the years in publishing work. He's also involved in the House of the History and bringing consciousness to the island. I think a lot of people have gotten into reading books more because books are being published on the island, and this is something positive. That Lasana Sekou is a brilliant writer, one who is consciousness to the island. And he's also one who is very disciplined.
Lasana, for some way, somehow or the other, can bring that imaginary aspect to his lyrics. And the message could be in any form. It could be a warning, it could be entertaining, it could be inspiring, it could be uplifting. If I compare him to the mighty Sparrow, and I always say Sparrow is the king of Calypso, Lasana the king of poetry. And you know, just like Sparrow, he knows what he's doing. He knows what his work entails, and Lasana definitely has that. Definitely has that. And when if you have the pleasure and the opportunity, and sometimes I tell people it is a distinct pleasure to see Lasana perform, you know, in different environments, you will see that Lasana adapts to the occasion. Adapts to the occasion.
Men of now, who will not wage for the victory, will be aged when the poverty befalls all and festers on. More to the fall, ailing, failing their children, and rob themselves of the golden age and peace and joy of the grandfathers enthroned by their young ones, who will be less and unable to forge the battles for the land that we will be chased from by then, by the covetous whose descent is assented in the gardens that I kept in secession, but will lose. Because there are men of now who will not and wage not for the victory, have betrayed the covenant that all people be free first to be unto their own in truth.
He's definitely one of those dynamic writers from the region. It's not just full of energy, it's not just full of enthusiasm. He is also very sensitive about the problems of the region, and he's also a sensitive artist. So he has a vision right, and he has the commitment to style. The lyrical dimension of his work is as appealing and as moving as his ideological commitment. So in Lasana, you have a combination of ideological commitment and commitment to art. And when you bring those two together, then you have a gem. And what also makes Lasana unique is that he is not just interested in promoting himself as a writer, he's interested in promoting others. And that is why his venture into publication is very, very important, because you can have a story to tell, but you need a vehicle to move that story from one point to another. Otherwise, you'll be talking to yourself or talking to a limited audience. So his commitment to the House of Nihisi as a publishing house, and a way to put out his ideas and the ideas of other people out there is also the great success story. He has a vision, right? He's also a sensitive.
With Lasana, though, I have to say Lasana's a performer in himself. So Lasana does well performing Lasana's work. So if you've ever seen him perform before, and then you listen to the poems, to me it's almost the opposite. Like when you listen to the music, it's also mellow and so subdued when you hear him performing. When you see Lasana perform, he's such a dynamic performer. You know, he moves around, he explodes. So see Lasana's a performer.
Sekou believes that, literature is not about literature. Literature is about people in movement and people in the transformation of society and so on. That's what books are about. People in the transformation of society.
Has a vision, right?
Adapt to the occasion.
Lasana Sekou is a brilliant writer,
He's also sensitive.
consciousness to the island, I guess. And he's also one who is very disciplined.
Literature is about people in movement.
He moves around, he explodes.